This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lungs system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lungs system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
Hi folks, this is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
Leading a frontal assault on the lies of the New World Order. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
We are live. We've only got him for about 25 minutes. He's going to join us for a full hour from Cancun next week, where they're having this UN meeting, just as important as the Copenhagen event that was blown to bits politically by the leaking of the emails from East Anglia. Now a cascade of frauds has come out since then. He's only joining us for 25 minutes because he's been delayed. He is the deputy leader of the UK Independence Party, Lord Christopher Monckton. He's got to go to one of their events, so he's got to leave us early because of the tube strikes that hit London, with around 70% of the stations closed around the network. But he joins us to briefly, in hindsight, recap what happened last year, what's happened since then, and how important this new meeting is for the global neo-feudalistic socialist takeover of all infrastructure is that we face. And then I want to talk to Lord Monckton after he gives us a quick briefing on this about the special climate change program to be discussed in Mexico, executive summary. It actually states forced relocation of populations basically into work zones. So this is off the charts. Meanwhile, the Telegraph reports today, Cancun Climate Change Summit, scientists call for rationing in developed world. So this is real concentration camp type control. We've had a lot of their top leaders openly say that they are green Nazis in their own words, that they want authoritarianism. You cannot overstate how wicked they are. Lord Christopher Monckton of Science and publicpolicy.org, is the third Viscount of Monckton and Brenchley, and he really needs no introduction here. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Well, Alex, as always, it's a great pleasure to be with you. And yes, you've just given a very good summary of some of the things that the usual suspects are trying to cook up at Cancun. And you will have seen over the last few weeks a certain amount of propaganda about how nobody expects very much of a result, etc., etc. They're talking it down, whereas they talked up Copenhagen. Well, they talked up Copenhagen, which was the climate conference this time last year, again intended to establish a world government treaty. That one failed utterly. So now they're trying to pretend that nothing very much is going to happen, when in fact they've been very quietly over the last year drafting an extremely detailed treaty under the supervision of the German government. There have been several meetings in Bonn, and so now they're ready to put that treaty to the leaders of the world and try to persuade them that they should back this treaty and go along with it. So Cancun could yet be the moment at which world government finally comes into place. And you're quite right. In parallel with that official activity, there are so-called groups of scientists, and of course they're not in fact scientists. These are Marxists from the political extreme left who pretend that they are scientists. And what they are trying to do is to raise the profile of the Cancun talks by suggesting all sorts of lunatic measures like forced resettlement of populations, concentration camps almost, as you rightly said. This is the kind of thing some of them have been talking about. And the latest notion, which appeared in the Telegraph today, food rationing in the West. And of course, these are all measures which socialists and communists will be well familiar with, but which people who live under free markets tend to not to go along with. And there's no doubt that this scene setting is a deliberate attempt, first of all, to raise the profile of the Cancun talks, but also by stating things far more extreme than Cancun will actually get round to doing, to try and make whatever comes out of Cancun seem reasonable, so that we almost breathe a sigh of relief when the world government takes over. So it's a very careful piece of news management. But underlying all this, there is no basis in science for spending a single cent on trying to make global warming go away. Absolutely no basis for it. There has been a continuing and now rapidly increasing stream of papers in the scientific peer-reviewed literature. You will probably not have seen a single one of them reported in any of the mainstream news media, making it quite plain that there is no longer any basis for alarm about the climate. And I recently went to the World Federation of Scientists' annual seminar on planetary emergencies held at Erice, a wonderful medieval monastic village in Sicily. And there were 250 of some of the world's most eminent scientists, including several climatologists. And there were 5 of us who did presentations saying the climate wasn't going to be a problem, and each producing scientific research to show that, and only 2 who said the opposite. And the 2 who said the opposite didn't have any original scientific research to show. They merely parroted the results of the UN's climate panel, the IPCC, trying to claim that you will get very large amounts of warming, but in fact you won't. I talked to Professor Richard Lindzen of MIT, who knows more about the atmosphere than anybody else alive, and I said to him, Richard, it's a very interesting conference, this, because here we've got a supposed, so-called consensus, which is actually against the consensus we're told exists in the outside world. I said, what's going on here? He said, it's very simple. Only a few dozen scientists and researchers worldwide have ever worked on the question, how much global warming will we get if we add CO2 to the atmosphere? All the rest are simply taking the figures they're given by the few who have worked it out, and they've said if it's this figure, then it's all going to be terrible.
Well, Lord Monckton, I mean, if I can interrupt for a moment, specifically, though, you are of the great field of people out there resisting this fraud and this tyranny, the most prominent, the most accurate, reading science and publicpolicy.org years ago, interviewing you extensively last year, where you laid out all of their specific frauds, their specific reports. They put out reports in mainline newspapers calling for your arrest. You called the glaciation issues in the Himalayas with precision that it